Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Amplid Snomellier, their giant swallowtail. This board features Amplid's cruise camber, which is a mellow traditional camber with rocker in the nose. So what this is going to do is give you the load, pop, snap, and drive of traditional camber underfoot, but you're going to have that rocker in the nose, which is going to give you ease of entry in and out of turns, as well as more optimal powder float. This board is only available in 166. I rode this board at Monarch Mountain, and it started off cloudy and overcast, and then it was kind of sunny with clouds in the afternoon, and in between those times it remained cold all day. You had chop chunder, about 12 plus inches of fresh snow, and a little bit of corduroy here and there, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. So the overall flex of this board comes in just above a middle of the road powder charger. It is directional in nature, so you do obviously get softer nose progressively stiffening up to the tail where that swallowtail is. Now when you're on edge, it's a little bit softer, there's a little more give, you can just twist the board more in that tail, but when you're flat basing, it is a little bit stiffer. The torsional flex is there, but it's not overly abundant. Now when it comes to stability, this board is super stable. You do get a tiny bit of chatter in the nose, which completely dissipates before it hits the front foot, and then the rest of this board just takes over and it crushes through everything in its path. It is super damp, yet still remains lively, so it's not lifeless, it just does not feel dead underfoot. While not the snappiest board out there, you can still load that camber to get pop. It really does sort of porpoise through fresh snow, and when you hit a roller, you'll be able to pop off of it. You're not going to launch, you'll be able to pop off of it. Due to the size, it is a little bit sluggish, so if you're not used to a longer board, be aware of that. If you understand how to ride a longer board and get that camber section to engage and pop, then you won't have any real issues with it. Alright, so due to the size of this board, it's a real bear to pow butter with, especially on the nose when you're popping a 180. You want to find some steeper terrain that you feel comfortable with, something that's really wide open, and you're going to have to press into it really hard just to get it to engage, lock in, and then swivel right back around. Then again, that's not what this board's for, so why don't you just keep it directional and just go smash pow with it instead. When you get this board on edge, it stays locked in and it just cuts through the chop. It's not the quickest edge to edge, but that's fine. That's not what this board's for. Can it carve? Yes. Is it going to be the best carver out there? Nope, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This is a board that you can swoop from one side of the run back to the other. It'll give you enough edge hold, but really it's designed for smashing pow. I mean, that's what you want it for. So it's got just enough edge hold to let you lock into a carve if you need to. You're not going to be able to lay it over all the time. You're going to notice that there's limitations, and then when you're driving this board and you're on edge, you feel those limitations in the tail. It just gets a lot softer just due to that cutout of the swallowtail. There's a little more flex back there, so be aware of that. Who's this board for? The Deep Days Pow Guy. This is Amplid's Deep Day powder gun, and being able to test it in above knee-deep snow was perfect. I mean, that's what you want it for. There's something about hopping on an Amplid that there's a predictability to it. You know it's going to be lively, yet it's going to be damp and stable. It's going to push through chop and chunder and allow you to ride longer. Is this going to be a board that's for everyone? No. Is it going to be a board for people that want a Deep Days deck? Yeah, and that's fine. They know the niche that they're going for with this board, and it's not going to be for everyone. So if you're not looking for a Deep Days board, watch the review, imagine what it's like on a deep day, and for those of you that are looking for something that's a deep day board, then yeah, maybe you should consider it. Comparable boards: the LibTech Retro Ripper, the Telos Caldera. Binding recommendations: the Nitro Phantom, the K2 Lean AT, the Rome Katana. This has been my review of the Amplid Snomellier. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.